The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Cleveland Browns and the Atlanta Falcons. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here's Nick Chubb, former prep and collegiate star here in this state of Georgia. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. So the completion good for 7 there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Falcons will get it 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 11. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. A first carry now. This is Williams. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. The Falcons at 3-0 here in the month of September. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Able to force him out of the pocket right, but still able to complete it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards for number 11. But we know that he can get first downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the first.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the number 1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. This is intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And no Allen to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They go with the option on fourth down, left side. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. And trouble trying the middle here. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Watson. To Jefferson on the slant. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Watson. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football on the 18-yard line. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, it's going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He gets this one complete to Bowden. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, They run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Rolling to his right. Got his man. It's Bo Melton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 44-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Another catch from Melton. Room here to run. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Donovan Peoples-Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Browns drive about to get started. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson going out wide, finds Chubb. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On 1st down, Watson. This one brought in by Jefferson. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 45-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Watson. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Lorenzo Carter able to run him down for a loss of a yard. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On 1st and 10, Watson. Pass incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
We see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Nick Chubb, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From his end zone, here comes Patterson. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
They'll try to draw now with Chubb, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now Watson. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, Charles, as a defender yourself who made a few of those plays back in your day, I know you know there's no better feeling than a pick six for a defender.
And the big thing is when you take it and you realize you're out there and you've got a great chance to score, not to get overexcited and have one of the yard lines trip you up, or the turf monsters, we used to call it, knock you down before you get to the end zone. That didn't happen on that play. He carried it on.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Watson complete. Jefferson the target. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Back to throw, Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And they will have the football deep in enemy territory all the way at the 10-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
That's out quickly to London. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll look to throw again. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Falcons will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Drops it off for Chubb. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw is Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only do they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. That really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 8. This time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They run again on first down. Chubb. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Well, a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down.
Ready.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, the discussions were about time to try to slow down this offense. It has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. 36 yards. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Lorenzo Carter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
It was a great example of zone coverage, well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney.
A rough play there for the first-year quarterback, and that's a skill he'll pick up as he gains more experience in the NFL. Recognizing situations where he might have to take the sack and finding a way to minimize the lost yardage in those situations. But for now, a big loss is the result of this one.
Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Boy, Melton, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. As he And that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
There he goes, left side, past the 20, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ridder gets them ready at their own 25-yard line. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
2nd and 1. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They try the left side here with Williams. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Got London on a slant. And he's going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Now this throw caught left side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. Now this time he'll look to throw. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
He's at the 30, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. Keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
166 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Santos with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
From his end zone, here comes Patterson.
Oh, good-looking return set up here. Running room at the 50. Look out. The 20. He will score. Touchdown, Falcons. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics firms quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time. That extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The middle, it's Chubb. And he'll he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They go up the middle with Chubb. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. And again, it's Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call run fits.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We can push ball security all we want here, but how about that effort on defense? Excellent job inside the red zone. Just took away at least 3 points by forcing that fumble.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They'll look to throw now on first down. Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
He's got his man London right side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They'll set up to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Falcons are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. Drew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back and blanket the field as best they can.
And this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, 42 yards. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Well, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Falcons, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop down to 1-3.